Cool.
Yeah, man.
Okay, that's cool. Well, 2017 is over.
Over.
It's 2018 now, so brand new year of movies, but we're focusing on 2017, especially the latter part. I gotta say, man, it was quite a year for movies. Lot of surprise hits, a lot of movies that didn't pan out, and I think we're here to talk about some of them.
Let's talk about the movies. I'm sorry. Before we even get into anything.
No, you know.
Introductions.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Michael Higgs, Howard University graduate, Cincinnati State attendee. Audio video productions is the major that I'm trying to attain, and I do want to write some short stories. This is a hobby of mine, just talking and writing and watching film.
Okay, well, I'm going to introduce myself. John Alexander Reese, graduate of Xavier University, majored in film, used to be called electronic media, but whatever. Currently working at the Cincinnati Herald and trash man at Kings Island. Go to Kings Island. But I have a great passion for film, television, music, all of the arts, and I enjoy talking about them. And someday, maybe make a movie, make a full-length movie. That's the dream. That's the dream.
We're gonna get there, but it's important not to rush, because it's like I want to make what I want to make. Like I want to make what's in my head, and I want to make it good too.
Right.
So let's not rush it, but
Right.
I believe we will both be there.
Right. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly.
Just remember that.
Exactly. And basically, here we are right now in our journey, 2018, talking about the movies of 2017, as well as upcoming movies. John has a huge lexicon of knowledge, so it's interesting to hear his opinion about movies. Like he knows the film industry inside and out. I do as well, just not as much. But basically, I wanted to talk about first the movies that didn't pan out. Like,
Yeah.
what was that? Like, what movies come to mind that did not pan out? I'm about to pull up a list right now, 2017.
Okay. Well, I can tell you one that just sticks out immediately.
What?
Justice League.
Oh, word.
Justice League, yes.
So you, like, a lot of people said meh, because I think they said meh because the bar was so low for DC.
Yeah, that's
So they
true.
was like, oh, okay, so you managed to be meh plus.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So it wasn't that bad. That's what I.
Yeah. It wasn't as bad as Batman v Superman. Okay, I just want to get that out of the way. It was actually, surprisingly a little better than I thought it would be, but still a failure because as of this date, last time I checked, Justice League hasn't even crossed the $700 million mark.
Damn.
Worldwide.
Damn.
That's terrible.
How much was the budget?
They say the budget was $300 million.
Damn.
Because remember, Zack Snyder, the director of Justice League and Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, he was directing it, but unfortunately, he had to, personal tragedy came in his life, and he had to step down from directing, and that's when they brought Josh Whedon in to direct the reshoots and do rewrites on the script and everything. And for a while, I didn't know if was Zack Snyder gonna get the directing credit or was Josh Whedon gonna get the directing credit, but it ended up staying to Zack Snyder, and you can tell this is like a hodgepodge of two different movies. It's got Zack Snyder's version, which is more like dark and gritty, basically everything you saw in Batman v Superman, and then you can tell there's Whedon's influence on it. It's more, got more funny moments in it, more lightheartedness, and ideally, that should be how a film is. It's got these dark moments and light moments, but there's a weird combination. And it had Whedon's fingerprints all over it. For those of you who don't know, I'm talking about Josh Whedon. He directed the Avengers, Age of Ultron, he did Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So it's just a weird combination. But I thought it was better than Batman v Superman, but it's the Justice League. So this is the version. This is like Marvel's Avengers, but the Justice League came first. It's Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, The Flash. This movie should have been $1 billion, no matter what. Possibly even $2 billion. This should have done Avengers money. So just on that front, it's really disappointing for Warner Brothers.
Wow. I mean, like anything's better than like Batman v Superman.
Oh yeah, of course.
That was just a terrible movie.
Oh yeah, of course. It divided a lot of people. all these DC movies have divided people, even from Man of Steel. It's like just divisiveness after divisiveness. The only movie that people seemed to agree on that was great was Wonder Woman, which was really good film, really good film.
But like, I'm looking at Zack Snyder's movies. He did 300. He did The Watchmen. He did those two very well. But when it comes to DC, Man of Steel wasn't that great. And then Batman v Superman. We just said terrible things about that movie.
Which should have, and that movie also should have grossed $1 billion.
Yeah, and actually, all right. So, Justice League grossed $629 million right now.
Yeah, so that's bad. That's bad. I even think Doctor Strange has grossed more than Justice League. There's no excuse for that, Warner Brothers. There's really no excuse. It's like, I just hope the next DC movie is Aquaman, so...
Nah. Even if it is Aquaman, they're not going to get that right.
That's true.
They're not going to get that right. Like, they need a whole mythos about Aquaman, and Aquaman's just like a regular guy who can talk to fish.
But, if you saw Justice League, he was a better character than I expected, though. So I'll say that. And James Wan is directing Aquaman. And if you don't know who James Wan is, he's directed the Conjuring movies. He directed the first Saw. He did Furious 7. So that's really why I have some hope of why maybe Aquaman would be good. But like I said, I'm not expecting much, unfortunately. So yeah, just Justice League, just a major bummer.
Well, Justice League was a terrible movie in 2017. It's a lot of things. I have a list right here, but just because it's on a list doesn't mean it's a terrible movie.
Right.
Like, let's see.
Disappointing. Yeah, I feel you.
Let's see. I'm not going to talk about the things I didn't see. But,
well, just read off your list and let's see if I saw it.
All right, so these are 2017 bad movies. And these are bad movies.
Okay.
We got 50 Shades Darker.
Oh my God.
Terrible movie, right? Terrible movie.
I'll be quick about 50 Shades Darker because it is a terrible movie. But to be fair, I did somewhat enjoy 50 Shades of Grey. It wasn't. Look, I know everyone gives me that. Everyone gives me a look, but it wasn't terrible. It could have been a lot worse for what it was. Okay, so. It was. I didn't say it was a good movie now, but I did enjoy it though. I did enjoy it. But 50 Shades Darker, talk about just a step backwards, a major step backwards. I don't know what they're doing with that. Oh my God, it's like
I don't understand how they got the money for the second one. Like, I guess it was just part of a deal. Like, yo, we're gonna do 2 of them for sure, and 3 maybe.
Well, you know what? The first 50 Shades of Grey grossed at least $500 million worldwide.
But it was a terrible movie.
Yes, it was. It was a terrible movie. But a lot of women went to see that movie, especially middle-aged women. So that's why it did well. But that second 50 Shades of Grey movie, 50 Shades Darker, that was just terrible. It was just unintentionally hilarious at some points, and I remember seeing it, and I think the audience was like 95% women. So I went to see it. It's my job. As a critic, well, I like to call myself a critic. But anyway, I saw it, and it was just terrible. It really was. And I don't know. I've read all those books too because I was bored.
But those were like best-selling books, though.
Yes, they were. Now, I admire the author's success, E.L. James. She's a genius. It's 50 Shades of Grey started out as Twilight fan fiction, and then somehow it expanded into 50 Shades of Grey. I admire that woman's success, but it's just that movie's unwatchable, and I'm sure 50 Shades Free, which comes out this Valentine's Day, perfect release date, by the way.
Oh, so they got a 3 movie.
Yeah, because it started as 3 books: 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Darker, then 50 Shades Free. All right, so 50 Shades Free is definitely coming, but it's coming this Valentine's Day, just in a couple months. That movie's probably going to be unwatchable too, probably even worse than 50 Shades Darker, but it's like, as long as it makes money, that's the important thing. And I know I went on a long rant there, but I just had to talk about that.
Today's climate, I mean, you have like a lot of dumb stuff came out. You had a lot of stuff that should have been better.
Oh yeah.
wasn't. Like,
Yeah.
All Eyes on Me with Tupac. Was that like the first portrayal of a real Tupac movie on the big
Yes,
screen?
yes, it was, I believe.
And it stumbled
Yes.
bad.
Yes, it did. Well, interesting fact: John Singleton was going to direct the Tupac biopic.
No.
He was, but he had problems with the script, and I remember Singleton saying, because Singleton worked with Tupac in the past. He was in
Exactly.
Poetic Justice, so
I thought they fell out though, but I don't know.
yeah, they did fall out, unfortunately. But he was going to cast Tupac as in Singleton's film Baby Boy. Instead Tyrese took that role.
Wow.
Yeah, but I think Singleton said like if he messed up Tupac's biopic, he couldn't live with himself, and I completely understand that because they were friends. But if that script's bad, can't do anything about it.
Man.
So I can understand that. But yeah, it was, as far as a hip hop biopic, it was disappointing. Definitely, it was some made for TV stuff. To be honest with you, I mean, if you want an example of like a good hip hop biopic, Straight Outta Compton, that set the bar pretty high.
I mean, that was better than I thought it would be.
Oh, yeah,
I thought it was gonna
definitely.
be some cheesy TV stuff, but
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I was kind of pleasantly surprised.
Definitely. So the Tupac, they need to do another or something like that. I don't know, but it was definitely disappointing since considering Tupac's one of the greatest rappers to ever live. So
Really?
not the best movie to hell. I would say even Notorious B.I.G. biopic was better than that.
That was an actual great movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, but Benny Boone was the director.
Yeah, he's
he's
a music video director.
Well, hold on. Benny Boone did Next Day Air, which is a hood movie, which I really liked. And then
yeah.
he has 48 Hours to Live in 2016.
I think he directed Belly too, if I'm not mistaken.
Belly's not.
No. Okay.
Somebody did that.
Maybe
Somebody
that's
else did
someone
that.
else. Okay. And I want to say, did he do Idlewild, the Outcast movie? I want to say he did that, but I'm not quite sure.
Belly. Hype Williams did Belly.
Oh,
Man,
Hype
I
Williams
couldn't
did
get
Belly.
the-
Okay,
And
that's
then
right.
Idlewild.
Okay.
I don't know who did Idlewild.
Okay. I
Idlewild
want to say
was
Benny
pretty-
Boone, but yeah, that was another movie. But let's
Continue on the-
Let's continue 2017.
On the terrible movies, you have The Mummy with Tom Cruise.
Oh
That
God.
was just terrible. That was like a dog turd in your mouth.
A
That's just,
dog turd.
for real. Like, it's just, you can't even swallow it. You just gotta keep it right there in your mouth.
You know what I didn't like about The Mummy though, because there were some things I liked about The Mummy.